a Bramble Jam podcast.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I love Signed, Sealed, Delivered. I'm yours.
Hey, it's Panda. I like Signed, Sealed, Delivered. I'm yours.
I'm Dan. I despise Signed, Sealed, Delivered. I'm yours, and this is the Deck to
Take the
Hallmark
homework,
podcast.
you don't do that way. Not here.
No bits this week.
Done.
Trace, what was it was the noodle,
I don't remember.
the noodle dance?
Something with the noodles in
I think it
it.
was the noodle dance.
Yep.
That's the day? Yep. At some point, we have to do the noodle
We got to do the noodle dance.
More than fair.
because I got pushed.
Couldn't plan it and not do it.
I have here just an update on Lockheed Martin. Lockheed, are you there?
Oh, yep. Doing good. 2 thumbs up this week, better than last week. I was down 5 thumbs.
Martin, are you there?
Oh, I'm here.
Would you agree with Lockheed?
Disagree hard, Bran. This has been the problem all week this week. We can't get on the same page.
You told me you were 3 thumbs
Lock.
And I said 2 thumbs.
You listen to me,
Compromise.
Lock. You listen to me. You know where you can put your thumbs, don't you?
What? Don't you say it. Not again.
You know where you could put them.
I'm not going to.
Right in that jar.
I'm going to put them in the jar.
Thank you. We're back to on the same page, Brad. Thanks for asking. Martin out. We never got Heed in there. No. Locke and Martin. Heed never made an appearance.
No, I think his name was Lockheed.
Oh, I thought you said his name was Locke.
Well, could have. Who knows? Guys, Signed, Sealed, Delivered. Another movie, another week, another story.
Ya boy.
Ya boy. This is Lost. I'm lost without you, baby.
Yeah, so on my lonely mind.
Lost without you, baby.
And I still think about you all the time.
I don't know what happened there.
Where were you going? Where'd you come from?
But you don't say it again. It's not here without you, baby. You're still on my lonely mind. Think about you, baby.
Okay, it's basically
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But you started it over and he tried to go forward and it was a mess.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. 3 doors down takes some art. You know?
I got stuck about halfway in and I realized I was going.
It was a real I can only imagine
Well,
situation.
once you mix up the words, it's Panda script
You
tonight.
start too high on I can only imagine. Forget
Oh
it.
boy.
My college roommate Mark, he learned the hard way. Acoustic guitar. Can only imagine. You're done. You start
Yep.
there, you're done.
Yep.
No chance.
Surrounded by your glory,
Yeah.
what will my heart feel when I dance for you, Jesus? Oh, and all of you be still. But then it goes,
Oh.
I can only imagine.
You can't do it. You can't.
I can only imagine.
Oh, no.
Surrounded by your glory.
Now you're full Tracy. See? You
What
gotta start.
will?
I can only imagine. You got to start down there.
Gotta start
Then you can hit it.
Oh, surrounded by
There you
your
go.
glory.
See? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We caught Panda got caught in the okra.
I got stuck.
That's
It's
just
on me.
It's on you.
Shout out to the top 40 mega hit. I can only imagine.
That's right.
It's a crossover smash hit.
An
everybody.
Oscar-winning film.
That's
I can only
exactly
imagine.
right. Shout out.
It's a cheap shot for no reason.
It really did cross over to top 40.
It did. Oh, it was big time. Country
Big time.
radio too.
Oh, they love it.
Man, I remember when that happened.
Man,
and I
the
called
world-
my parents
dude.
in my room. And I said, guys, country's being transformed. Got all
Oh
excited.
my gosh. I'm sorry.
It was
I
the
think
simplest
we were
time I
all-
was in 7th grade.
No, when we heard that it was on top 40, we were like, this is probably like Jesus is coming
Jesus
back.
is coming back soon.
Like soon. Like this is going to do it.
I was in college. I was a little bit more skeptical than you guys were about the return of Jesus Christ at that point.
You didn't think that I can only imagine going over to top 40
No, because I
was a
already
sign of things to come.
Grits did it.
Yeah, but there's a difference
They
between
were on
grits.
Total Request Live.
But there's a difference between my life be like, ooh, ah, and I can only imagine. You
True.
can't.
But like, it was a perfect country song. Like, there was somebody who did a cover of it for country radio as well.
Really?
Maybe John Michael Montgomery.
I just want to point out B93.7, it broke top 5.
Yeah, in the South.
Yeah, it's
for
in
sure.
the South. That's
It was great. That's how I knew.
Right next to like 2 Eminem songs.
yeah.
Also, but you know what?
Doesn't matter.
But you know what? I really thought Dear Slim was gonna.
Yeah,
But KJ, I really thought that was gonna break
that was
through.
the one. Thought for sure once Slim heard it, he just put it out there.
Dear Slim.
I never wrote you or being called.
Colin.
MTV
My name ain't Stan.
did
son.
a little bit
Nah, we never
on that
met him.
video.
When? Like at 2 a.m?
No, they showed it. They were just
The
like
I Can Only
Eminem
Imagine
has a-
video?
No, Eminem.
Oh.
They
KJ5
wrote-
too.
Yeah, KJ5.
Not
too.
Eminem.
They
No, they did
Dear
not.
Slim.
They did
were
not
like-
play Dear Slim.
They did not, but they just said there was a Christian artist who has made a song.
So it was in an
addressed
MTV
them.
News
So they
segment
Yeah, a little
mentioned
news
it
bit.
one time.
with Sway. Sway was giving him the news.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Somebody mentioned in our group Jars of Clay.
Yeah, Flood. I remember when that was on TRL. See, like,
Fucking
by the
Flood.
time
Yeah,
we get
but
to
nothing as explicit
Mercy
as.
Me,
There's
it's like,
but
you know.
still, I can only imagine is about as like Jesus Here He Is as a song,
okay,
right?
Yeah, sure.
Flood, Jars of Clay was selling out with
Yeah.
Flood.
Oh my gosh.
It didn't explicitly say Jesus.
they pulled out the
Jars of Clay. That album.
Sellout.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it really is.
Jars of Clay is great.
Yeah, they are.
Just that album.
No,
That is
false.
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 That is-
you
Don't-
could
don't
not
come at me
be.
with-
Could not
don't come
be
at me
more.
with
They are
Crazy
one of my
Time.
all-time.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Song's
You don't like
terrible.
Crazy Time?
Song's
You don't like
terrible.
Crazy Time?
It's awful. It's awful.
No, it is
It's
not.
awful.
Tea and Sympathy.
It's awful.
This
You
is
are
an
out of
insane
your
take.
Awful.
doggone
It's insane.
mind.
Bad.
An
Bad.
absolutely insane.
One album
take.
wonders. One
It
album
is
wonders. Never
brilliant.
recaptured it. Never recaptured
You feel
it.
that same. You
real
feel that
bad after
same
that.
way though. You don't
Real
like.
bad. No.
You don't like
Out.
DC Talk Supernatural
Yeah,
either,
out.
which is
Terrible.
Jars of Clay.
Free at Last, Jesus Freak Amazing.
I can't.
You don't like Crazy Times.
Crazy Time's a bad song. Terrible song.
Terrible
Terrible
song.
song.
You are out of your freaking
Go ahead.
mind.
Go ahead and leave. Go ahead. Get
Okay.
On our
Sing
road
it.
trip,
Go ahead
on
and
our
leave.
road trip, I hope you do. First of all, but second of all, on our road trip, we are going to be playing Crazy Times.
on loop.
No, we're not. You know why? Because I'm driving.
Yeah, but who's
I
controlling?
tell
the
you
music?
what, I'm gonna
Steering wheel,
take
baby.
No. I'm gonna grab the steering wheel out of your hands.
We're
and
gonna
we will
s- no,
fight.
we're gonna
if
switch
not
steering
playing
wheels.
playing Crazy Times.
We're
I-
playing
I'm
Crazy
gonna call.
Times.
I'm gonna
Bad.
call.
We can listen to it once. I've not heard it in years. We
I'm
can
gonna
listen to it.
call the rental
Yeah,
company.
no, the song is the single from the album. I've not heard either in a long time.
Okay, listen, you're gonna be pleasantly surprised.
I'm not listening to the whole album. I'm going to listen to the song. You can choose one.
I
other
Left
one
the
off there.
Zoo was not great.
I Left the
after
Zoo's
that.
No, yeah, you're right. Compared to I Left the Zoo, Tea and Sympathy, that's the name of the album, right?
No. It's Crazy Time.
Crazy Time
Much
is the name of
Afraid.
the album?
Sorry, Much
Much
Afraid.
Afraid. I was about to say. It's not the name of the album. Much Afraid is way better than
No,
If I
it's a
Left the Zoo.
brilliant album. It's
Brilliant.
brilliant. No. It has. I would say they have more hits off of that album that are considered on their greatest hits list.
That they put on their own greatest hits.
Yeah.
No, but from a standpoint of actual great hits that made them money and had a lot of airplay, no way.
No. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
No,
I'm
but-
just saying
yes.
consistently that album's brilliant.
Can't
It's
stand
great.
it.
I just can't believe you just said Crazy Time is not.
Crazy
a good
Time's a
song.
bad song.
That is wild.
I'm telling you,
You
man.
have a lot
Jars
of
Clay is
wild hot
phenomenal.
takes that are
is
just like-
astonishing.
It's a bad. It's a bad song.
I didn't.
don't really
But
want
I
it
didn't
from
see
me.
it coming.
I'm sorry.
I see most of your bad takes coming, and I didn't see that one coming.
There you have it.
Yeah, that's a crazy time.
We gonna be able to move forward or no? You don't think?
I'm gonna try, man. That is.
Everybody, get up! It's time for the noodle dance. Noodle,
Noodle. Hey, Bran.
What's going on? It's time for the noodle song. Noodle.
You had stopped. You were done, and I just pulled you back in because I thought
That's the
Bran
noodle
hasn't-
dance.
but you hadn't done it yet. You were just over there, noodle, and we practiced. You knew what was coming next. You tried to just cut it short.
Oh my gosh. Well, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, Lost Without You. I'm lost without you, and that's how we got to where we are.
Hey, in the chat, one comment, and it's from Kristen Evelyn, and she says, "Don't care for Crazy Times either, to be honest." Got him.
Who is that?
Kristen?
For every Kristen and Dan, there's a million Brands and Pandas.
Yep, that's true. Millions of us. Millions.
In just that opinion, we are unique, original. It originally aired on September 25th, 2016. You guys know what else happened that day?
What?
I don't know. I just thought maybe.
What's the day? I wasn't listening.
September 25th, 2016.
Yeah, I got
Oh
nothing.
yeah.
That was when
Terry.
That was when Terry and Craig
Terry and
over.
Craig came over for the big
for the
big
party.
poker.
And they brought a big lasagna. No one could eat.
Big
Huge
lasagna.
lasagna, so
Garfield was like, I'm stuffed.
Yep. It was weird. It was weird because they used predominantly white sauce in it instead of red sauce.
Yeah, Garfield was like, I'm not having this.
It was a white sauce lasagna.
White sauce,
and
lasagna.
not even Garfield would touch that.
No.
And they put
That's a
meat,
lasagna
Garfield was
Alfredo.
Gar-
they put
Garfield-
meat
Gar-
on the final bottom layer,
No,
which was weird.
gosh.
I didn't even understand what
Meat
was
on
the other.
the bottom lasagna Alfredo.
Yeah,
Stop
and it was stacked like 12 high, but there's nothing in between the layers. It was just white sauce. I didn't understand.
I actually saw. You guys aren't gonna believe this. I saw Garfield. He said he did his little paw. He said no, and he and he went into the other room and he was eating some Chef Boyardee. That's how much.
What?
That's how much he didn't want that lasagna.
Man.
Sheesh. I'm glad the Postables are going to love this episode so far. It's
This is for
dynamite.
you, Postables.
Lost.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Lost without you to win a little something like this. This dude is fixing a kid's bike. He hands him a package to deliver. I say bad idea, buddy. I've seen this once or twice now. The kid asks if he'll ever get to meet her. Who is it all about? A guy says maybe. The kid then leaves, and his dad is like, "Hey, buddy back there, my brother. Maybe you could ride with them to school one day." And he's like, "Maybe someday." We then see him get close to to walking outside, but it's too loud for him. He covers his ears, turns around. We then see a flashback to an explosion at the U.S. Embassy, and that's how we are where we are. Cut to Oliver shooting some sort of video where he's just bombing the line, doesn't know what he's talking about. Norman goes to tell the director everything that he's got wrong on the set, such as the type of mailbox, etc., etc. This guy is really impressed with him, and he says, "You should come to DC and work in the public relations office. Put that gift to use." Oliver shoots the commercial with his dad about how the USPS is a grand tradition. That kid then shows up, places the package in that mailbox. That mailbox is not a real mailbox. It is a prop. The crew finds that Eleanor from the passports has passed away. They are very sad about this. Oliver's dad asks Oliver if he wants to go camping. Oliver is not totally down with that. He's got suspenders on and whatnot. It's not an outdoor garb. But they end up finding the package, thank God. And it's all messed up on the outside, looking all a fool. And they open it, and the dude sent this bucket list, but it's like the really boring bucket list. It's like sit by a fire and sing a song or something, and he's writing it to someone named Sandy, so he wants to do a lot of boring things with Sandy on a bucket list. So they're trying to find anywhere that may have mailed something to what they believe is Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Las Vegas, and then any kind of a thing. It looks like Nevada. Is what I'm getting at there, everybody. Can't find anybody. They even go to the bike store, and you're like, oh, great, Norman's gonna find them. And they're like, hey, did you send anything to Las Vegas, Nevada? They say, no, we did not. What? We saw you.
What's going to happen now?
So Shane and Oliver, they're going to go on a real official follow-up date. We're calling it a date, everybody. Things are really moving forward, except that we're not. Because Shane encourages Oliver to go ahead and go camping with his dad. The death of Eleanor has them all just thinking about, you know what? We're living in crazy times.
It's always the crazy time.
Oh, boy, I tell you. And you never know what's going to happen. So you should go camping with your dad now. Because you don't want to have any of the woulda, coulda, shouldas. And he's like, you know what? Okay. So he goes and he tells his dad, let's go camping. His dad is super pumped. They get some gear and whatnot. Norman and Rita figure out that Las Vegas, Nevada might be Las Vegas, New
Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yeah.
See? So they go there to eat some really hot food. It's a funny thing with Norman eating that spicy food, though, boys. Am I right, boys?
Oh, yeah.
So spicy.
So they go, Oliver and his dad, they're out in the woods, they're doing their thing, they're having a lot of fun. Oliver is like, he's like, I've never been here before, blah, blah, blah. And his dad falls doesn't look too bad, right, boys?
Right.
But it does seem to be bad because he's having a real tough time. He's like losing his breath. He seems really tired, and Oliver's like, "Should we go back?" And he's like, "No, I just let me rest, and then we'll be good as golden." Hey, I'm golden, and so after the place with the food, they go to the address on the thing. Now that they know it's in New Mexico, and
I can't believe Postables don't like your synopses.
What do you mean?
After the place with the food, they go to the thing with the address.
they go to the place that's on the address. That's exactly right. They go to the address. Is another way to say it. And they're like, "Is Sandy here?" Sandy comes out, and wouldn't you know it,
It's a pupper.
it's a little pupper doodle doo. And they're like, "Oh, the boring bucket list now makes a ton of sense. Like, I want to sit by the fire with a dog. It's like a great it's great bucket list, a great big fun. Like, these are all things that we did together type of thing." And so basically they explain this is a dog that's like, very trained to go on these missions and blah, blah, blah. And that when the guy came back, he wanted the dog, but like he would have had to pay the big bucks for it. So he wasn't able to do that, and he's real sad about it. So if you remember, Oliver's rich. You guys remember that?
Boy, do I.
Started a foundation.
The O'Toole Foundation.
The O'Toole Foundation, and Norman is in charge of the money.
Treasurer.
So Norman is like, you know what? This is a good use of our foundation's money. Buys the dog. Gotta love that. So we're gonna go back. They're on their way back. They're gonna bring the dog to the guy, and Shane walks in, starts to get pretty concerned about the fact that Oliver's not at work. The weekend's passed, Oliver's not here, starting to get really concerned. So she calls up Amelia Uhler up in the wig, and it's like, "Hey, I think we should do something." So they figure out where they were going. They go, they realize that the car is still there in the parking lot. And so they're like, "We got to get a rescue mission out there, but it's getting dark. What are we going to do?" So Shane reconnects with Norman and Rita and is like, catches them up to speed. Oliver's lost. This is bad for everybody. And so they show up. And that dogger, you guys know that pupper that they bought?
Oh, yeah, I know the pupper.
Little tracker nose.
Tracker nose.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Her job.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And so Norman takes the pupper out there. They end up tracking down Oliver and his dad. His dad is in real bad shape now. They were basically like he's going to die type of thing. They get him rescued. They bring him to the hospital. He's going to be okay. The doctor's like, "You thought it was not a big deal. It's a little puncture wound." Classic thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to be okay. But it's a real scare. And so leading up to this, Shane had a conversation with Amelia Uhler up about faith and prayer and what prayer is and this whole thing. And so Oliver goes to find her, and she's in the old chapel area, maybe a little tossing up a big one to the big guy, and.
Tossing up a big one to the big guy.
That's exactly right. And so they end up talking about their relationship, talking a little bit about faith, talking about how they've saved one another. There's touching faces and whatnot. Boy, are you kidding me right now, everybody? Are you kidding me right now with this stuff? There's crying, and everybody's loving it. And then, of course, they bring the dog back to the guy, and the guy walks out, and the dog's there, and are you kidding me right now? And that, my friends, was signed, sealed, delivered, lost without you, baby. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on Dr. Small Mark. Am I right? Right now, we're back, and we're talking about Signed, Sealed, Delivered, Lost Without You. Can't wait to break it down with you boys. Let's start with the hot take, and let's start with you, Panda. Panda, what did you think about this movie?
Guys,
Buckle up. This movie's awesome. Love this movie. This was great. It was great for a variety of different reasons. First of all, you get some great scenes with Oliver and his dad, which I loved. You have some amazing scenes between Oliver and Shane. We see an advancing of their relationship in genuine ways. Man, there's just a lot of great moments in this. I thought the Rita Norman stuff isn't awful either. Like, I thought them having their own kind of
segment together where they're off doing their
You
little
mean not Miss Special Delivery? They
Yeah, that
found
was
something
great.
else for her to do.
which was awesome. And it's like, yes, this is what we've been waiting for. This episode has some unique plot to it. It was fun. It was tense. It was just full of great feels. I loved it. This is maybe one of the best of the movies that we've seen so far, if not the best. I loved it. It was wonderful. So yeah, 2 thumbs up.
I'm with you 100%, Panda. We're back, baby.
Yeah.
It's probably like Christmas for Bran, obviously, for obvious
And
reasons.
that Christmas movie's got some great scenes.
And then
my gosh,
this,
yeah.
I think it's Christmas, and then this for me. Like I love
no,
this
they're
movie.
close,
I thought this was one of those ones that just everything, like the dog, like working in the dog, it all worked. It all worked as one unit, and that's all that I'm looking for. We got some forward motion, a little bit of forward motion with Olivia's not
Olivia.
here.
Listen,
Oliver and
never-
Shane could do a little hand kiss situation. That scene, all of that. There were a lot of great scenes, a lot of great conversations, a lot of great faith stuff, and the dog stuff. I mean, everything, all of it was there. If this movie took place at Christmas, we'd have ourselves a real barn burner. I'll tell you what, boys. But yeah, real good one. Real good one. Dan?
Yeah, this movie definitely utilizes all the manipulation at its disposal. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Dog being returned to soldier with PTSD. How's that not going to land? That's going to land with everybody.
Oh my gosh,
You know,
great.
almost dead Oliver giving speech to Shane in the chapel. How's that not going to land? It was really, really good. I mean, it is. There's one other one. The one where we meet Oliver's dad, I like more than you two did.
Yes, you
that
did.
one, the Christmas one, and this one I really like. The other 3, I guess, have been subpar to me or like more lenient in the Miss Special Delivery situation. It's really good. I mean, there were a little bit more of some logical stretches in this one that I was just kind of like, man, this is kind of goofy and stupid, but when it works, holy cow, does it work? I mean, Oliver Shane scene and the dog scene are 2 of the best scenes in the show's history. So how can you not love that? So you get what you want out of all of these characters. And Rita, whom I don't think is a bad character, but they've utilized so poorly in this show, for the first time is not utilized poorly. And that made me happy. Oliver and Shane, you get exactly what you want out of them. Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
And I forgot to mention in the synopsis that Norman doesn't end up taking the job. He like has this whole back and
Rips the
forth.
card up.
And I
Yeah.
liked that whole thing too.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
loved
all
it
of it
too.
was great.
Yeah, that was
great. Big fun. Panda, feels for you.
Oh man. I feel like the chapel scene is what everyone's going to mention because it is a great scene. But I've got one that I actually, I wouldn't say I like more than the chapel scene or gave me better feel. The chapel scene's just great. It's that good. But as he's getting ready to leave on, she comes on and she goes, "Listen, life's too short. I don't want you missing this time with your dad." And swing. And she gives him the backpack, all this stuff, and he leaves and he goes, "All right, I'll see you Monday, Shane." As he's walking out. I don't know why that worked for me as much because you're just so used to him using your last name for everything. That Shane moment was like him being like, "I acknowledge what you're doing. You are a good fit for me." It was just like a constant, I don't know. I love those small moments where he breaks the professionalism for his love for her. And I like that scene.
Well,
I
he
liked
always
it.
he doesn't call Norman Mr. Dorman or Rita Miss Hayworth. He only calls her Miss McInerney. And so every time that he calls her Shane, it gets a little pop. You know what I mean?
It
gets
just
a
works.
little-
And that
yeah.
worked for me, man. I loved it.
Pop. I thought the scene with Amelia the Wig and Shane was really great. The conversation about faith and prayer. I thought that worked, and I really liked the 2 of them. I really like Amelia Ullerup, and
She's
I wish
great.
she would. I want to see more movies with her because I feel like it's been a bit. Did we have one last year? Was that the bear one last year?
Yeah.
Yes, but it just feels like a long time. I really thought
Didn't
both
she do
of them.
one this year where she's on the, or like in the fall? Didn't she do like a fall one or something that wasn't the bear one? Didn't she do 2? One where she's staying at glamping, and then there's another one she does.
Did she do the one with the bridge?
Yeah, the bridge. That's the word I was looking for.
That's right.
yeah.
She did the
When
bridge.
was the bridge? Was that this
March.
year?
Yeah, that was this year.
It
was
might
February,
have been
March.
this year, which is
Well, I still
just
love her, and I
terrifying.
think she's great. And
great.
there's a lot of just really good acting.
Don't forget I Love You, and it was 2021, not this year.
No, we saw it.
But
this
it might
year,
have.
though.
It might have.
It was
may have
released in 2021.
Aired
but-
last
possible.
year.
I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good acting in this the movie, and that scene I thought was really well acted. Obviously, the scene in the chapel is superb. So yeah, grade A.
My favorite scene that isn't Oliver giving a speech, because I think he gives 2 or 3 great speeches in this series. My favorite scene that is not Oliver giving a speech is from the TV series when they cue up And So It Goes by Billy Joel.
Yeah.
And they dance. And I think it is as moving without words as this show has ever been. And I think it is that specific scene transcends what Hallmark does, transcends this show. That scene works in any theater, in any. Are you okay?
It's okay, guys. I swallowed wrong, and now I've got the little tickle.
Little tickle. Yep. We'll get back to that later. That scene, the And So It Goes scene, transcends. Like, that works in a movie theater. That works on any network. It just works. And so they bring the song back during that chapel scene. And I'll be danged if it doesn't work again. I mean, it doesn't work like it does in the TV series. But boy, you put that song, I just want to know what we could put that song over and it still work. Like, if Panda's eating a big plate of nachos and we put in So It Goes, is it moving? I
Why don't we
think
try
it
it
is.
this week?
We
Why don't
should.
we try it this
We'll
week?
do
We
a
should
reel.
try it
We'll
this
do a
week.
reel.
Yeah.
I will say that this show does, and the movies, they use music really, really well.
Yes.
And I think it's something we're not used to with Hallmark because they just typically don't. But like the music choices always seem very intentional, which I really appreciate.
Yep, for sure. And them bringing that back was very intentional,
Yeah.
I would assume, because they had to pay for it again. It's not like they have the right to use it.
Billy said it's a one.
Billy's like,
it's a
"Oh,
one.
you can use it as often as you want. Just pay me once."
That's
No.
actually what Billy's known for that. He's
Billy is
known,
known
for
that.
not being
That's
for
right.
the money.
Yeah. But yeah, that scene's a great scene, and the callback to the song from the first time that they danced, like they danced, I think is.
Do you
great.
think Billy's ever won Mr. Staten Island?
Oh, I don't. I think he should have at least a couple times.
Let's take a quick break here and take the over. I hate that we already blew past a noodle dance.
I know we did it too quickly.
We did too quickly. This would have
You
been
never did it, and I want to be clear about that. And Panda can attest. You never did the noodle.
never
Well,
did
someone
the
has to noodle with the words.
That's why. Never mind. We don't have to go.
You want me to do it?
No.
Noodle.
No, that's
Use
not
your
it.
noodle.
That's not it. Get out of here.
Use your noodle.
Rick, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing
Happy
great. How about
Friday.
you? Working on this new candy bar called Lick-a-Madoodle.
Yes. Real quick for you, Rick, I don't want to dive into that.
Please,
I'm
could
worried.
we? It's a Lick-a-Madoodle.
What's the lickamadoodle?
It's a candy bar. It's got a lot of different things in it. We don't need to get
got a
involved in.
tagline?
But the tagline is "Use your noodle." And I did a
What do you
commercial
mean? Okay.
for it.
Let's cue the clip.
And I have several takes because
Okay.
I'm an actor.
Let's cue the clip.
Hi, I'm Rick Dilby here for Newton. Let's run it back.
My bad.
Rick Dilby here. You ever wanted a candy bar and thought maybe a Lick-a-Madoodle's for me? Use your noodle. No, that wasn't great. Let's go again. One more time. Hi, Rick Dilby here. No, I didn't say my name right. Let's go back. Hi, I'm Rick Dilby, professional spelling bee announcer. Lick-a-Madoodle is a candy bar of the future. Use your noodle. I think I can do better. Give me one more.
One more.
Use your noodle. That's what I'd say if I was thinking about getting no. Can I get one more?
I'll allow it.
Hi, I'm Rick Dilby. You know what my mom always said to me?
What?
Use your noodle.
That works. Fantastic, Wrigley. Thank
Wow,
you.
that was great.
What is a
you.
lickamadoodle?
It's a candy bar. I've already said that.
Yeah, bro.
They've layered in several layers of crunchy with chewy and a nice outer nougat.
Thank you.
You get the inner nougat. You don't get the outer nougat. It gets messy. But the outer nougat is clutch.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. It's a fork and knife situation, but it's
your
good.
noodle. Use your
Use your noodle.
Yep.
It's time for, if you can believe it, the Wait What section. Panda?
Not a lot in this. The very first one was just Oliver holding hands during prayer with the police officer. That's a weird
bit.
That's a weird prayer scene.
You got to lock it up. You got to lock it up.
You gotta lock that up.
But the way they're it's very, I would feel uncomfortable with that handhold. That's an intense handhold for that prayer. At one point, I believe it is. Why am I blanking on it? Rita. She says it's hard to sing when you're packing. I don't know if that's true.
Sit.
I thought she said sing. It's hard to sing.
I thought she said sit because she sat down and they make a comment about that.
I thought they were saying, but she didn't really sing. I thought that's I
They sang
misheard it.
beautifully. Amelia Ullerup sang beautifully.
Or maybe that's on me.
I heard sit.
No, maybe that's it. Then my final question is, why did Norman have to try out the mole sauce? Like I
have
don't
that down.
Yeah.
Like that makes no sense to me.
It literally does nothing to help solve this case at all because you don't.
Somebody might have a different opinion of what the
saying
hottest.
what the spiciest is completely subjective.
Right.
Right. Go to the place with the best pizza in Greenville. We don't try all the pizza and go, yep, we found it.
Well, it would be difficult anyway because Domino's has so many different locations. It's
you're right.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. Mine is not necessarily specific to the show because I'm sure this phrase is a thing. I've just never heard it. But a robe mistress. I didn't like it. I'm sure it's a thing. Sure, she says she's the robe mistress. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's a thing that
When
people
is
say.
this? What?
She is responsible for the robes.
Yeah.
And her title is the robe mistress.
Yeah, that's weird.
And I've
I
never
don't
heard
like
it
that.
before. I'm
Yeah.
sure it didn't come from nowhere. I just want to know why. Why is it a thing? It's a robe mistress. What'd you find
Googled
out?
it,
Thank you.
And, first of all, when I typed in robe mistress, it came up with these robes,
Yeah.
which were massive.
You typed in robe mistress in Google, huh?
Yeah.
Bold, that's bold.
Oh, I'm not scared. I'm an expert Googler.
That's true. He's got Google Plus. So
yeah.
it,
Google Plus, that's
it,
true.
it
That's
gets
true.
rid of all
Wait,
that.
yeah.
Wikipedia
All that
has
smut.
a mistress of the robes. The mistress of the robes is the senior lady in the royal household of the United Kingdom.
Dude.
I don't think
Okay,
that's
so
right.
that doesn't come to the choir at all.
No, I don't think it's
So-
a real thing.
Yeah. Okay. So is it not a thing? Has anybody ever heard that? Like a choir, somebody in the choir who's responsible for the robes.
I'm adding
Never heard of
choir
It's called
to
a,
that.
robe mistress
Never
or
heard
a
of it
mistress
before.
of the robe.
Never. But I can't imagine Martha Williamson using that and it not being a thing.
Yeah, that was my thing.
Can't
It's like
imagine.
I'm sure this is a thing. I've
Yeah.
never heard of before, but the fact that none of us.
Oh, whoa.
We've got
Whoa,
breaking news.
whoa.
Okay, this is what I have found out. Everything you wanted to know about choir vestments. And there is somebody, Miss Jenny Henderson, pictured above as the choir's dedicated mistress of the robes. As at most cathedrals, this is an unsung task that takes place behind the scenes, and so many have little idea of what the task of it.
Mistress of the Robes, also an Evanescence cover band. If you can believe it. We don't have a clip, but they are.
So that doesn't actually
Yeah.
give me any information about like why
They take-
that title is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
thing. I understand they take care of the robes.
Yeah.
But why is that? Why is the title of that robe mistress or mistress of the robes? We still don't know.
Do they have a mister of the robes?
Mr. Robes, nice to meet you.
Dana?
We do have the unfortunate, hey, 7-year-old kid put this really important piece of mail in the mailbox for me bit again, which is just
In
sooner or later
his
people
defense,
will learn.
though, he actually accomplished the goal. It just
Well,
unfortunate for him.
No, he doesn't, Bran. And here's why he doesn't. It's because for some reason they're shooting a commercial in Denver with Oliver and his dad, all real, no props, no green screen, on a real street in Denver, real trees, real cameras, real mics, real everything. But for some reason they decide to use a fake mailbox. For the life of me, why not film this with a real mailbox? I just.
life of me, I cannot.
It's our second Verve Pipe reference this month. That's impressive.
I think there should be one.
If we
of
actually-
enough. I can tell you that right now.
I'll tell you this: if we get to 3,
You don't swerve on the Verve. I can tell you that right now. You don't swerve on the Verve. That whole album's good.
you guys know.
There's classic hits on there like Freshman, Crystal Meth Pancake.
I don't think so.
That's a song on there. It's a secret track. You got to search back twice on the first track.
I will say, Verve Pipe always does make me think meth, and I don't
That's
know
true.
why. That's
yeah.
Dude,
think
I
that's
don't.
fair.
Hidden tracks on CDs were
awesome.
bonkers.
Well, and now
You
can't
just
even
kinda
get
press
them, but you
things.
can't get them now on
No.
all the
All the tracks are unhidden. The rest is still unwritten. They're all there.
No, you can't get the the early
Don't point at him like he's going to help you here.
No, there was a hidden track on
The only Reliant K hidden track
yes.
I knew of is on The Anatomy of Tongue and Cheek.
They had an song at it was track 1. You had to go forward.
You had to skip back. Oh, if you go forward on track 1, you go to track 2. I just want to let you know.
No.
If you're on track
Back.
1 and go
You
forward,
you go back.
back.
But that's
Thank
great.
you.
Like, how does that work?
I don't know how that works.
I know
but
it's lasers.
I had several different.
But you can't get it now, is what I'm saying on Apple. You can't ever hear them go.
who needs to
So that's
hear
it.
that?
That's it. The hidden track is.
Yeah, but also FM Static had a hidden track, and I can't find it.
Johnny Q Public had one. Green Day had one on their album Dookie. True story. They had one. That was the first one I remember hearing.
Man, hidden tracks were awesome.
Yeah, they were fantastic. I hate to do this, but how did they get this lost? Look, I'm not a huge outdoor hiker guy, but I do know a few things. One is Dad is supposedly an experienced hiker. He didn't let anyone know where he was going. And when we find them, there are 6 trailheads. Here's the thing about parks. At every trailhead, there is a box. If you are camping overnight, you're required to fill out a sheet of paper. They provide you the paper and pencils to put your name, address, how long you're staying, and put it in the box. And every evening, the park ranger comes by and checks the box. It is fundamentally impossible.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
That is true about every park. It is so stupid.
Did you know parks so well?
I just have been to
You're a big park
bunch
pal.
of them.
You're a park pal.
Compared to you two, but not compared to most people, I think. You can't get this lost for this long. Like, it just is absurd. Or a park ranger's not doing their job right. And dude doesn't have a map or a compass, and he's been to that place before. I'm more worried about like his senility. Like, is he just not with us anymore?
Well, once he got the puncture, it messed with his
brain.
Yeah, his brain.
Okay, sure.
having a hard
I
time
mean,
with-
I buy you getting lost that much.
Foggy
Like, I think
Noggy.
you
He
could.
got Foggy
But
Noggy.
someone would have known well before then because of the entire trailhead system.
If you're a
If you don't tell people, but like,
if you're a
there's-
cocky son of a gun, you're like, I got this.
If I know it that well, I'm not going to tell anybody. Then he knows it that well. He won't get lost.
He gets
If
Foggy
doesn't know-
Noggy.
No,
He got
doesn't
Foggy
get-
Noggy.
Before he falls, he's like, I think it's a little bit this way.
I think
Yes.
you're overselling his ability, but B, I think it
He
was
goes
an oversight.
backpacking regularly. He says that at the beginning of the movie.
Right, but I think he's careless.
It
I
is
think
at the very least
it's a mistake.
leap in logic to assume that they took a trail. If they just went out in the woods somewhere, then I buy it completely. They didn't. They
I
took a
think they
trail.
get off trail, but they get off trail.
But the
right?
problem is they started a trailhead, which means you should have record. You're required. If you're going to stay somewhere overnight in the woods and you start on a trail, you're required to fill out a form that says where you're going to
but
be and how
people
long you're
get
going to be
lost
there.
all the time. Like this is a
But,
regular.
but my problem is they would have the park ranger would have known they're lost by the fact that they didn't return. And they didn't know that because they just didn't fill one out. He didn't bring a map, didn't bring a compass, and he's a guy that hikes all the time, apparently. It's just
Outdoor talk with the boys.
That's right. Also,
What's your favorite tree?
Speaking of outdoor talk,
I like pine.
you just took an easy one there. I'm an oak boy myself.
Oh,
I'm a pine guy. That should come as
You did a voice for this bit. The rest of us just used our normal characters.
no, that's actually. What if this was my
Normal voice.
And by normal
You're
characters, we're not characters.
No.
We
just
are
talking trees.
We are real person.
You're doing some bit.
We're real
That's offensive. Speaking of knowing my parks,
Yes, baby.
cedar.
great. It's really good.
Give me one more.
You don't know another one.
Give me one more.
Redwood.
Redwood. Good
Okay,
job.
good.
Nice.
Give me one more.
Sugar sap.
Sugar sap.
Zap.
I don't think that's one, but it could be. You would have fooled me if you had said it more confidently. You'd have fooled me.
Sugar sap.
Sugar sap.
Maple.
Maple. You already said. He said maple. Didn't you say maple?
No, I said pine.
He said pine.
No,
I
I'm
said
a
pine. We both said pine.
You both said pine.
Oh, pine.
We said pine.
Oh,
oak, and you
evergreen.
were
I'm an
pine.
evergreen boy.
Evergreen boy. Great. Oh, now we're into Christmas trees. I love it. Speaking of knowing parks,
I'll allow it.
playing the role of El Dorado Canyon this evening is Vancouver, British Columbia. If you Google El Dorado Canyon, you will not find the lush green moss hanging on all the trees like they do in the Pacific Northwest, which I got to visit in March, and it is beautiful. You will find a much different terrain than that. It could not pass for El Dorado Canyon if it tried. So there's that, and that's all I got.
Oh, boy. It's time, boys, for the Postal Worker of the Week. What?
You were really excited about that.
It's the Postal Worker of the Week, Dan.
Yeah.
Who do we have?
Pam Starnes.
Yeah.
Pam Starnes. My only message from Cheryl on this is just keep it brief. That's all
Okay.
she says.
Does she have a
Pam
number?
Starnes, keep it brief. Postal Worker 12632.
Yep. No, I know why she wants to keep it brief. There was an incident with a truck
Okay.
a few years ago.
Yeah.
And there were some
Why
rumors.
did she get nominated then?
I don't know. Cheryl
sorry.
sends them to me. I don't know.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know.
There was a rumor going around that Pam was writing graffiti that may or may not have been a little offensive on the truck.
What were some of the things she was saying?
She said, "I hate letters,"
I hate letters. Wow.
and then lost mail is useless mail.
Right.
Pam, you're on the line clearly, and you're agreeing with all of this.
Yeah. Well, I didn't write graffiti for nothing. I'll tell you that much.
So you did write, and when you say most people spray graffiti with spray paint, you wrote graffiti.
I wrote graffiti,
What were you using? Big ballpoint pen?
No. Well, whatever was around, whatever was readily available for me.
Such as?
Just that. My main point here is just everyone just needs to just shove off a little bit. It's out of everyone thinks that everybody over at the USPS gets lost on who they are. And what I was trying to bring back around into this everybody to this time was that everybody if you think about it for just a second, we're all connected. So
You think we're all connected, Pam?
yeah, I think we're all connected. Yeah. So I wrote some graffiti. Yeah.
So you're admitting to it. It's
100%.
not a
No, it's not a rumor.
And you've not lost your job, even though you wrote things that like I hate letters.
Yeah, because what I want everybody to remember in this moment is that we are all connected.
Have you become a worse speaker of the English language as this has gone on?
It's possible, yes. But if you really think about it, though, the main reason that I did that is also because we're all connected. So that's kind of my thesis.
Thank goodness that was not brief at all.
Well, letters are bad. So point made.
Noodle dance, it's time to do the noodle dance. Noodle dance, it's time to do the noodle dance.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, yeah.
What's going on?
You know.
Hey,
just
doing
that
it?
noodle dance.
Hey, Panda.
Doing that noodle dance.
Oh, yeah? What's going on?
the noodles
Are you doing it?
many times.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Shove off, Pan. It's my turn.
Are you doing it?
I'm doing it.
The noodle dance.
The noodle dance. And maybe we're the first to wish you a
Merry
Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.